Welcome to Virtual Realms. I'm Ranger 1. I'm starting a new series focusing on ARK Survival Evolved. I was running with Entech and his crew for quite a while, and they're doing some other things right now, and I realized that while I'd had some success putting my previous videos together, I was at a bit of a disadvantage compared to the rest of the guys. You see, I had never, in all my history of gaming, played a survival-based game before. Now, ARK is certainly unique, but certain concepts in survival games do apply. I had no familiarity at all with a lot of the game mechanics for this type of game, a lot of the tips and tricks. Building was completely alien to me, and I had no idea how to go about doing it properly. And I decided that for the short term, while I look around and see what multiplayer server that I want to join, I would go into, a stretch where I would do some single-player activity. I needed to learn. I needed to experiment. I needed to get over all of the silly little fumbling around that I was doing. It was really kind of holding me back and eating up a lot of my recording time, and, it made making my videos a bit difficult. And showing you all that, while it might have been humorous, a lot of times would just simply been tedious. My destination today is dead ahead. You can see it through the trees ahead. I have reached a bottleneck in what I'm doing, and I need to make an expedition out to that island you saw through the gap in the trees. That island is known as Death Island on the map, and it's the place where our old base was on the other server. Right now it's time to round up my crew and make my preparations for the trip. Well, I'm still missing one of my Dimorphodons, Queenie. She's around here somewhere. I'm sure she'll join us en route. Right now I'm on the cliffs above my base. I've chosen this location because it's easy to seal off what we call the oasis. On the map it's known as the Lost Lake. Now, when a desert biome is introduced into the game, I'll probably have to think of it a different way, because I'm sure there'll be a more fitting oasis in the desert areas when they're introduced. Come on, Queenie, where are you holding up at? There she is. Alright, I've got my crew together. This Triceratops, ready, is, well, moderately high level compared to most of the dinosaurs that I have. I haven't concentrated on getting high level ones. Right now, they're primarily tools and weapons. Since I don't have anyone with me, they serve as my arms and legs, my force multipliers, to let me manage survival in this rather dangerous environment. Right now, I'm going to gather the resources necessary to make a raft to get over to the island. And the reason why I'm heading out there, other than my Dimorphodons, everything I have is ground-based. And for the things that I want to do in this series, I'm going to have to get airborne, and quickly. The best place I know of to get the mount that I want, an Argentavis, is out on that island. It's thick with them. They swarm there. That whole island is a very dangerous place. Nothing but carnivores spawn out there, and, I've got the Dimorphodons along with me to keep me safe until I can bring down one to tame and to help secure the area while the taming process is in effect. Well, there it is, Death Island. You can see it through the trees. How peaceful it looks from here. But it's actually swarming with every type of nasty creature known to ARK at this point in time. In fact, the only alpha predator I haven't seen spawn on that island yet is a Spinosaurus. Well, thank heaven for small favors. Okay, the raft is built. All I have to do now is launch it. There we go. This is my first raft, and this was filmed before the ability to remove that sail was brought into game, which is unfortunate because it really blocks your view. Whoa, steering a raft is a little wonky. I'll have to get used to that. I don't want to lead Reddy out where he'll get munched on by the megalodons that like to patrol between the mainland and the island. Yes, I made myself a sign to show myself the rather hidden entrance to the oasis, one of 3. Let me just take a moment to get Reddy safely on board. Come on, buddy. Okay, we're there. My tail's through the sail, but I think it'll work anyway. I'm really not sure how this is going to go. I haven't seen a lot of high-level dinosaurs playing single player, but then again, I haven't killed a lot of things during the course of my gameplay up to this point either, to generate respawns and provide a higher chance of high-level creatures spawning. Reddy is only level 35, and the Dimorphodons, well, they vary, but they're not really high either. So this should be interesting. I'm planning on securing, well, there's megalodons ahead of me, but I think we'll be okay, as long as the boys don't get sucked down into the water. I'm planning on securing a section of the beach here on this tip, near that drop right there. That's a good landmark. And I'll slowly expand my area of operations, securing more and more of the island, until I get to the point where I think I can lure over an Argentavis and tame it in relative safety. Looks like we're going to make it in one piece. Now to disembark and start preparing the area. I could set up a small base of operations here, try to put up some bare minimum fortifications to keep myself safer, but really I don't want to make this that long a trip. I think we can handle it with my Dimorphodon flight of escorts here with me. If we end up losing some tames, I may have to rethink that option, but for the time being, we're just going to go for it. The first night is a little rough. I have to fight off multitudes of carnivores coming after me. I don't get very far from the raft. We suffered repeated attacks by carnosaurs and raptors, but we held our own. And now that dawn has finally broken, we're going to start venturing further and further from our point of landing. I hope my raft's going to be okay. Sunrise is a beautiful time on the Ark, but this gorgeous weather isn't going to last very long. As I make my way toward the center of the island, an early morning fog rolls in, making visibility rather limited, which can be pretty dangerous out here. Well, it can be pretty dangerous anywhere on Ark, but particularly here. I'm toying with the idea of putting a small outpost here on the island, and I may put it here in the center. I don't think it will interfere with any of the spawns if I keep it small. I'll just have to make sure it's very well defended. And I may try some experiments with animals leveling more or less on their own. A sneak attack by a pesky scorpion. My flyers make pretty short work of him, but he wasn't alone. An Argentavis comes in. There's no time to set up to tranquilize it. I'll have to kill this one, but that's okay. There are plenty more where he came from. As I was saying before we were interrupted, eventually the devs have said they are going to work on group behaviors for dinosaurs. Oh, saber-tooth, hello. And this island might be the ideal place to experiment with that. I would like to form herds or groups of various animals and see how they fend for themselves if the group is properly set up to defend itself. Out here on the island, it would be fairly easy to keep track of them and keep tabs on their progress or lack thereof. But that's an experiment for another time. I need to keep an eye out for large concentrations of Argentavis and clear out a little bit more space to work with. I haven't seen any Rexes yet, and I know they spawn out here, so I'm going to see if I can locate some, take them out of the picture, and then rid myself of the small fry. It looked like there was some activity on the other side of this outcropping of rocks, so I'm going to head that way. Oh, here we go. Lots of Argentavis, and there's a Rex over there to the right as well. Well, I'm in the right spot. I'm going to have to approach cautiously. There's a raptor heading my way. I'll have to deal with him first. Now you're starting to understand why they call this Death Island. The predators swarm thick and heavy around here. The skies are alive with these Argentavis. That Rex is busy right there. As a matter of fact, I don't think he's alone. I thought I caught a glimpse of another Rex with him. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I don't want to face both of them at the same time. I haven't really tested this Trike against a Rex, so we'll see. And I don't have a spyglass built yet. If I had it, I could check their level from here, but, well, we're just going to have to commit to the attack and hope for the best. I'm going to wait until those two Rexes drift apart a little bit, and then I'm going to take them out one at a time. After that, I'm going to go down to the beach and fight my way along it back in the direction of my raft because I'm a little concerned about it. But that ought to give me a clear enough stretch to buy me time to locate an Argent, tranquilize it, and tame it in relative safety. Here we go. Okay, I've made it down to the beach. Now I need to fight my way along the sand to my raft. I'm a little concerned about it. There was a lot of activity in that direction, and I want to make sure it's okay. Well, it looks intact. I wasn't sure if they would aggro on it, if it was just sitting there by itself or not. But it appears to be completely untouched. I really didn't want to have to build another one and fight off dinosaurs at the same time, so that's a big plus. Now it's time to go hunting for my Argentavis. First things first, I need to peek around this outcropping of rock. I don't want to get blindsided by anything. And I see an Argent over in this area. Up there. And there's one a whole lot closer than that. Actually, two. It's fighting something. That one closest to me, boy, it's gorgeous. But he's already pretty torn up. I can try for him, but I don't know if he's going to survive the tranquilizing process as damaged as he is. We'll get set up. Put everyone on passive. Let's see if we can take one of these down. We luck out. He lands right next to us. Oh, that first shot tore him up. Well, I don't have any choice. I've got to try a second one. He's not going down. Oh, ready. Get back. Boom. Hit him. And he's down. Oh, no. I screwed up. I fired a stone arrow at him. Well, that was dumb. And a waste of time. And get loaded up with Trike arrows. What a pity. And I think I'm about to run out of time. It looks like another one's swinging in. Alright. Ah! And the fight is on. He's going to take some pot shots at my Dimorphodons and primarily at my Trike. Well, that's alright. That gives me time to line up on him. Pump a few shots into him. Now that I have Trikes loaded. Remember me talking about those stupid arrows that I would fumble around with from time to time? Yeah, that would be one of them. Okay, he's down. Is it a he? Yeah, it's a he. Alright. That's perfect. He's not very high level. He's level 9, and I really don't care about that. I just need him for transportation. Let's put everyone on neutral so they can guard the area for me. I'm going to slap some meat in here. I don't have any prime on me that's not already spoiled, so we'll throw in some tranquilizers. I'm not looking for any kind of a perfect tame. Obviously, he's a low-level Argent, but the key point being he provides me with aerial transportation. And I can train him up to a workable level and use him to carry stuff as well. To get from where I'm at on the map over to the new snow biome, I really need to be airborne. And on a creature that can take care of itself if necessary. And this poor thing. Well, you know what? We're going to harvest the body. I can use that prime meat to speed up the taming process. And he's got nothing remarkable in his inventory. That's too bad. Alright. Let's get ready here. I'm going to harvest the prime meat. Hopefully I'll get some. Yeah, we got one. That'll help. I'm probably not going to venture very far away from him. The area is just too dangerous, so I'm loading him up with regular raw meat as well. I doubt I'm going to have the opportunity to get very much prime. If I were working with another person on this, it would be very, very easy to wander down the beach, grab some prime meat, and keep him well stocked with that. But he's so low level, it doesn't really matter that much anyway. Let's mount up. Get my dinosaurs grouped around him closely so that they can defend him. And see if there are any other predators in the vicinity. Oh wow, there's another Argent on the ground just the other side of this rock, and it's gorgeous. I am running the Color Dinos mod. That's the only mod that I'm running. And boy, it did a number on that one. That's pretty vibrant. Alright, you guys go on passive. I'm going to go see if I can take this one down as well. We'll see if it's a little bit higher level, and, well, you know, if I end up walking out of this with 2 Argents, I'm not going to complain. Where'd he go? I don't see him at all around on that side. Well, he's not over here. Alright, you guys. Everybody just stop for a second. I don't trust you. I really, really kind of want to get this last guy. So make sure you're on passive. Okay, alright. He should be right around here. There's another one over to the right. He's not very pretty. I just don't want him to go after the one I've already got on the ground. I don't see that guy at all. What do he do? Fly off? I don't see him. I hope he's not bugged out. He's probably on the other side of those rocks over there, but if so, he sure covered a lot of ground very quickly. Alright, with this other bird in the air right behind me, it's making me nervous. I'm going to go check on my tame one more time. Just to make sure. You never know what can sneak around. Come up on you from behind. That guy's getting awfully close. I may have to go after him instead. Okay, everybody okay over here? Holy smokes, he's right there. Oh. Alright, we'll put one shot in. That didn't bloody him very much. And I shot low. Here he comes. Come on. Go down. He diverted over to the Trike. Good. Reddy can take that kind of abuse for a while. That lets me get some good shots into him. And he's down already. And he fell right on top of the other one. Outstanding. Well, that simplifies matters. And, oh, it's a... yeah, the one I shot before was a male, and this one looks like a female. Yep, excellent. Okay, a male and a female. We're going to go ahead and put narcotic on this one as well. Higher level, level 24. Excellent. That's outstanding. Well, I didn't expect to bag a male and a female in the same trip. Okay, where'd that other one go? Well, it seems to have lost interest and wandered away. That's all right with me. Well, now I just have to make sure I have enough meat to keep these guys going and enough narcotics to keep them both under, and I'm pretty sure I do. I do have taming accelerated, I think it's 5 times, just to facilitate making these videos, so this shouldn't take too terribly long for the lower level male, but the female, level 24, that might take a bit longer. Well, anyway, I'm going to cut away, see if I can grab some prime, and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. The male tamed up fairly quickly, and the female is just about done. There we go. 2 for the price of 1. Outstanding. We're going to be wildly original in their names. I've named the male Argent, and this young lady will be Avis, and they are going to accompany me back to my home base. I really wasn't sure if I could successfully tame out here by myself without any kind of backup with just lower level dinos with me, but it worked out pretty well. Now to get everyone loaded back up, or following, and head back to the mainland. And there they are, the welcoming / foreboding gates of home. It's not much. I'm going to have to redo those gates and that wall anyway. If anything really serious came down this ravine, it might be able to break through. I've got enough creatures that we'd probably be okay, but still. Now I just need to take a moment and get the birds settled into their new home, get ready squared away and turned loose to graze in the paddock. I really like this location because I can let the birds go, while I can let everything just wander as it will. I collect eggs from time to time, but if I really seriously need some eggs, I've got plenty of male and female dinos of particular breeds running around that I can park them in a given location, but for the most part, I prefer, because of the nature of the oasis, to just let them roam free. I mean, why not? I've got feeding troughs in strategic locations to keep them fed, and it just makes this whole single-player experience seem a whole lot more alive. Now, I do leave the dodos parked over there to the left because I've been using their eggs here and there, and there's Joy, my Bronto, and you'll see Clancy, my Sarcosuchus, running around, as well as a few other trikes, stegos, and turtles, what have you. This really is a beautiful location, and because it's so easily defended, it's given me plenty of time to work on projects like my work shed over there to the right. I've been experimenting with different building techniques. I was considering putting a tall aviary on top. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I may go a different route, but, well, for the moment it's half finished, and I will likely tear it down and rebuild it again in the near future. I've got a few other ideas. I'm thinking about doing something interesting with these cliffs, and, well, now that I've fiddled around and gotten to a high enough level where I'm going to be able to put platforms on most of my dinosaurs that can take them soon enough, I need to think of a loading and unloading platform that's at an appropriate height. And I think I may utilize these cliffs here for just that purpose. In the meantime, I'm going to continue experimenting and exploring and familiarizing myself with this really rather brilliant game. I'm also keeping an eye open for multiplayer servers, one that I think I can utilize to best do the types of videos that I like to do and to best show the world of ARK to you. If there is anything that you would like to see specifically, or something you would like me to attempt and quite possibly fail miserably at, let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all I have for you for this episode. Until I see you again, good hunting. thanks for watching. I hope you were entertained. If you liked the video, please remember to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. And I'll see you next time.